All right, day 2 of reviewing some of my moments from the Jubilee appearance, the big platform that hosts these debates. This is called Surrounded, 1 Gen Z liberal versus 20 MAGA boomers. And we debated 4 claims. Very interesting experience. We have a really cool behind the scenes video we're working on that we'll show you in due time. I'll show you some clips. This guy ended up slapping me. What? So don't miss that. Wait around for that moment. But we were talking about Trump's economic policy and tariffs. And you'll see in the first clip, Steve, I asked him what I was asking a lot of the supporters when they would sit down, which was, hey, just to kind of orient ourselves, just to get on the same page. We both agree Trump's wrong when he states who pays tariffs. Like, we just got to get that first because that's the center of his economic policy. That and his big bill. So we got to at least get on the same page. And Steve was kind of like, I won't say he's lying, but yeah, that's not. I know enough to know that he is not saying the full truth. So while you watch this clip, please do click the subscribe button to this channel if you appreciate it. And then go watch the video. We'll link it below. The full Jubilee appearance, an hour and a half. My goodness. It was very fascinating. As I said, I think you'll enjoy it.
Luke.
Hello.
Doing a good job over there, buddy. You're tough.
Thank you. Let's see what you got for me.
Let's go.
So you agree Trump's lying when he says foreign countries pay the tariff?
I don't say he's lying.
But he's wrong.
But I'm saying it's not the complete truth.
It's not true at all.
Because everybody is involved in who's paying tariffs. Ultimately, it's the companies doing business, but then ultimately it ends up with the consumer. So I have some good feelings about tariffs. I have some not so good feelings. But what I like about it is he's stirring up the pot. He's stirring up the conversation. And what I like about that is he's got the world talking.
Stirring? I don't want to stir if I have to pay more.
I do.
Stop stirring.
I do.
You want to pay more?
I want to stir it up.
You want to stir it up.
Absolutely.
You want
I like the
lose
world.
Jobs, which we have.
No, I don't like jobs.
Month.
I don't like.
We lost jobs in June for the first time since the first time Trump was president.
I don't like losing jobs, and I agree with you. I don't like losing jobs.
Well,
but what I like is
say it's fun to
we
stir it
have
up?
to get excited about what's possible and the future for our country and what we're calling MAGAnomics. I'm excited because it's based in capitalism. It's based in free trade. It's based in getting the world involved.
How
it's based in bringing
free trade. That's the opposite of free trade.
It's an attachment to trade, and people are going.
All right, so stop that one there. I don't even know what to do with that. When I go, hey, here's some metrics that have been slowed down or harmed, like job growth, because of very specifically Trump's tariffs and the not targeted approach, which will be one thing, but across the board, hyper aggressive and incoherent approach. And the response is, yeah, don't love that, but at least we're stirring. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? We're stirring. Well, let's define what stirring is. In this case, it's irresponsible and economically illiterate trade policy that's caused negative economic ramifications. So if that's the definition of stirring, then no, I don't want stirring. But again, it's kind of one of the things they kept accusing me of throughout this debate was that I was going off of talking points or was regurgitating other people's talking points, which I take great offense to. But then it kept happening where that, like what they were accusing me of was exactly what they were doing, where I'd be like, all right, well, let's settle in on a particular claim. Here we go. Here's the numbers. Do we agree on that? And then here's my point. And the response would just be some general vague something or another. Now, Steve, obviously, you could tell was a nice guy. They cut it out of the edit. I was so sad. I told him that I thought I was debating Dana White. Because he looks just like Dana White. Pull up Dana White. And he was actually really complimented by it. It was a good moment, but it was cut out. I guess it wasn't perceived to be relevant. And I'll click play on this in 3, 2, 1. After we can see Dana White. There he is. Ready? Go.
Two, I think demand side economics, where you really invest in communities that need it and are going to be the quickest to spend that dollar, is a much more effective way to stimulate the economy as opposed to like supply side trickle down economics.
Demand? I'm all for demand economics.
And Trump is doing the most trickle-down, insane redistribution of wealth from the bottom to the top with his big, beautiful bill.
No.
The largest cut to
No.
Medicaid ever, nearly $1 trillion
we
over
need
a
to
decade.
trim things. We need to tighten things.
Wait. He lowered
Look,
taxes.
I'm on Social Security, bro. You think I don't worry about this?
He lowered
I worry
tax
about
rates
this.
for the richest Americans.
I'm for that. I'm
While
for
he's
that
taking
because
money
they're
from the
ones,
poorest Americans?
Because the richest people are business owners, and they're who are creating jobs. Without jobs in America, Luke, you know this.
You
Without
just-
a job, Luke, in America,
Yeah.
without a job, you have nothing. You have no shot at anything.
Right.
It's the most important
Which
thing.
ripping away funds to critical programs hurts
This is a
people's community.
capitalist-
They now have less money. They have less
We got to
ability
tighten. We
to
got to
spend
tighten up.
money
We got to
in the
tighten up.
community.
We
Wait,
give too much
just,
out.
Let's just
Too
focus.
much.
Let's just focus.
Did you
Let's
just shush
focus.
me, Luke?
I did.
Come on,
I
that's
apologize.
disrespectful.
I apologize.
All right, you're forgiven.
I apologize. But
Shushing me. Get out of here.
but do you agree? Let's just focus.
Okay, I'm focused.
At the same time, he did one of the biggest giveaways to the wealthiest 1%. He's also, which is increasing our debt. He's also cutting Medicaid. So it's not about tightening up because he's increasing the debt with these tax cuts for the rich.
Medicaid.
And he's cutting Medicaid. That's not tightening up. It's expanding but for the rich.
I can talk about Medicaid. Medicaid has been taken advantage of.
You slapped my hand.
Well, I hope it's okay.
So, again, in very Dana White fashion, but instead of his wife, it was me. I literally, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's a true story. He does like a quick pop, and I wish they'd cut to the white shot. It was fine. It also makes for a good title. I'm being honest, but it was a good slap. Like my hand, I was like, what the heck? I kind of felt that. Now, look at this. This is unbelievable. Look at. That's actually kind of crazy. Was he Dana? Okay. So, anyways, slapped my hand pretty thoroughly, but it was a funny interaction because I don't like when people shush each other in debates. That's a little petty. You saw I apologized.
Medicaid has been
Because I
taken.
didn't know. I'm thinking, is this a UFC guy? He's going to take me down? Look at me. You think a guy wearing this sweater that I'm wearing is going to fight with a guy wearing that chain? No. Look at his chest. There's just no way. Look at his neck. There's just no way we're going to get into a fight. So yes, I rolled over. Okay, I rolled over. Fine. But not in my argument. That's the important part. But obviously you hear me talking about there. Stuff we go over all the time, and prioritizing demand side economics, prioritizing investing, kind of the bottom up approach as opposed to the top down approach that we've seen fail over and over. Bottom up, you invest those dollars to people who need it most immediately. That also means they're more likely to spend or use those services most quickly, which stimulates the economy the most effectively. And so dollar for dollar, you're getting much more economic stimulus when you do that, as opposed to big tax breaks that dollar for dollar are not stimulating the economy to that same proportion, because a lot of that money is not going to be immediately invested in, immediately spent in communities. And he likes it zoomed out, and he goes, yeah, I love that. Great. But then goes, oh, wait. No, I like cutting taxes for the rich, I guess, because they do jobs. But I guess I need to support, because I'm here as a supporter of Trump, this crazy redistribution of wealth from the bottom to the top, which is a total ripoff to the working class that was supportive of Trump. And then it kind of gets discombobulated.
Advantage of. People are getting Medicaid. They don't deserve Medicaid. They don't qualify for Medicaid. It's not okay. So I like it.
wait.
I like that he trimmed Medicaid.
$1 trillion
I support
over
that.
a decade is going to cut a bunch of people who do rely on it, who aren't scammers
Well, we
or fraudsters.
need to get them
That's
healthy.
just mathematically
we
true.
need to get them healthy. I focus on let's get the population healthy. We got a bunch of sick
well, we're
people.
not going to do it by taking away their health care.
Well, let's put the money into
What?
fitness and health programs. I like that.
He's not doing that. He's
I like
giving it to rich people.
No, programs to get you healthy.
I
not
know.
heal you
One
after
way
you're
you can
sick.
stay-
Pause.
No.
This is the best you got, bro. Come on, Luke.
All right. Again, people give me backlash. Oh, you're too hunky-dory. Fine. It's true. I think it's better that way. Now, if he started making things like we're arguing about economics, that's fine. That is what politics should be. If he started making it about more I'd see as not just misled, but dangerous, which maybe some of his views are, likely, then my tone shifts a little bit. But that was actually a pretty fun conversation, in part because I know, what are the debates really for? Do I think I'm going to convince any one of those 20 people? No, obviously not. That's what an interpersonal debate is for, is the person you're debating with, where there's no people around, there's no cameras around, you're trying to convince them, it's handled very differently. These types of debates, what is it for then? It's for the audience to change people's minds in the audience. Now, some of this is performative, of course. This environment, they're running up to the chair. A lot of it is how interesting can I argue this point? But I do have hope, and it has happened where people have reached out saying they saw me on something like this and they ended up watching the show and they ended up having their views converted. It's more about arguing with this person, knowing they're not going to change their view, hoping someone who watches does. And I think the reason why I got pretty giddy as that one was going along, I think that if you were to look at that, you would go, Steve, nice guy, Dana White energy, but he wasn't really refuting in a very substantive way what I was arguing. It's not that some people can't more effectively. I've heard some people try, but honestly, there are some things that I go, I think I'm right, but you could definitely bring a really strong argument against me. There's other things like Trump's one big beautiful bill that I don't really know how people argue at all in favor of it unless they themselves are exorbitantly rich. Like, you might have gotten a specific benefit from it if you're not. There might have been a certain tax break that you think, but all the other junk that's in it, like the healthcare changes, how you would think as a full product that was good, I can't get my head around. And I'm yet to have an argument with someone, not where they can't cite something specifically they like in it, but where they can justify it in its entirety. And so that's important, because if a supporter of Trump were to watch that and they think they're going to side with Steve, but they hear some of what I'm saying, maybe there's a shot. They look a little bit more into it. All the stuff I was saying, you can go Google yourself and see what was the combined effect of this bill, etc. And that's more what I think the purpose of a debate like that is. Again, go watch the full thing if you'd like yourself, linked below, or just search on YouTube Jubilee and you'll see it pop up. What a thing. We flew to LA. We don't travel a ton anymore. We used to. I got tired. So we went there. We did it. Long process, sweaty, stressful. And so I've been absolutely heart-filled with many of your positive feedback. Thank you.